Peggy Broberg gets to work in the Department of Consumer Protection by 5:30 a.m. every day.
On snow days, she gets here at 5:30 in the morning. Now, she may not be our youngest employee, but she has more energy than any of us.
But this winter, she won't have to worry about making that trek. After more than 3 decades as secretary of the office, she's packing it in.
Just to give you an example of the level of dedication that Peggy has and the kind of service that she would provide, when Peggy would take a telephone message, she wouldn't just hand the message to you. She would actually service that message, which meant that every couple of minutes after she gave the message to you, she would check to see if you'd returned the call yet, because she felt so personally responsible for that call. She would actually service that message until that message got returned. When Peggy would read the mail, she would have perfect recall of everything she had read. You could ask her several months later, did we get a complaint about such and such? And she would remember. It was just an amazing level for typing. She would double and triple proofread everything before spell check was even invented.
She'll tell you the business of consumer protection has changed a lot over time. Today, the office deals with complaints of scammers on a daily basis. Do you hear those things a lot?
Yeah. Well, I just talked to a lady yesterday, an ad that was on TV where it was like 2 items for $10, and she only wanted one of the items, and she called in the order, but while it was all through, she had 4 of the items, and it cost her $70.
Dozens of well-wishers were on hand for the touching send-off for Peggy Broberg, but there were also some light moments.
After Montgomery magazine did a profile of our county executive, they did a profile of our police chief, and then in honor of this event, they did a profile of Peggy. Peggy's decision to retire was a very, very difficult one, and it was full of mixed emotions, as you can imagine. In fact, it was such a tough decision that we here in the Office of Consumer Protection actually had to convince Peggy to retire. So let me just conclude with reading to you the top things we did to convince Peggy to retire. We took away her typewriter. We replaced it with an Android tablet and some Microsoft apps. We transferred all of our paper files into an online complaint tracking system for which users needed a degree in cybersecurity to operate. We told Peggy that she had to stop coming to work before 6 a.m. on snow days. And here he is, number 1, how we tried to convince Peggy that it was time to retire. We told Peggy that we loved her and wanted her to have more time to enjoy life. So let's hear it.
And for this retiree, what's next? Well, just looking forward to every day like it's the weekend.
Every day will be a Saturday. Nothing to do.
I'm going to miss you, but I'm going to be calling you. Are you going to come back?
This was a very emotional day.
Thanks, Peggy, for everything.
She was finding things to do. I think it was difficult for her as well. Every time I kept asking her, Peggy, are you leaving yet? No, I have to do this. I keep finding papers. I want to be sure my filing is up to date and I have everything in order. Up to the last minute, she continued to just be the consummate professional that she is.
I can't believe it's happening.
I know.
Been here a long time. You can sleep late on Monday.